Hi, Jonathan. Sarah from The Upcoming. What a pleasure to have you here with us. Can you give us a brief intro to the penguin lessons? What can people expect going into this film?
Well, I think if you already like penguins, you'll carry on liking them. If you've never really thought about them, you'll end up liking them. I'm of the never really thought about penguins very much. I was forced to be with them for a few weeks in Barcelona. They're tricky characters. They poo indiscriminately, and you have to keep out of their way, just projectile. I mean, I was very great. I saw it at the Toronto Film Festival with an audience, and you never know how an audience is going to behave or react, because the film, in some ways, almost defies definition. But the audience laughed a lot, were quiet a lot, and were very moved at the end of the film. There's a lot to be got from it. It's educative in terms of politically, the political situation in Argentina at the time of the colonels, the time of dictatorship. The penguin is a kind of unifying creature when he's smuggled into the school by Steve Coogan. You know, there's a lot we can learn from it. I mean, that's the point of most films, that they should be entertaining, but also we can learn something. It's interesting, a time of dictators. We're now, even though they're supposedly voted for, we're in a time of dictators, and it's hopefully this is a bit of a wake-up call.
And Steve Coogan, I mean, what a perfect person to play this character. And it struck me how effortlessly he moves from sort of dramatic, quite emotional moments through to his sort of more like classic kind of dry wits. What was it like working opposite him and seeing him take on this character of Tom?
We didn't have a lot to do together. Major scenes we have together is when he first arrives and I'm introduced to him, and those were the scenes we shot first anyway. So there was almost like no acting required. The two of us were almost, saying hello to each other. I love his performance because, like you said, it does go between fairly serious, emotional stuff, and then there's the hints of Steve's comic genius. Yeah.
You as the headmaster, obviously bringing a lot of gravitas. You do have some interactions with Juan Salvador. What was it like taking on this character for you?
Well, it would have been useful if the penguin had been more cooperative. I have a scene with him when I'm confessing my worries and my woes, and it should be a very therapeutic experience with my therapist listening to me, my therapist penguin. But every time I opened my mouth, he turned around and walked out the room, which was funny in itself. But, we got there eventually. But I don't think he did listen to much I ever said.
There's a running gag about how bad he smells. Was that something true to life?
Actually, I didn't notice it. But maybe because it was a room full of schoolboys anyway.
Hard to distinguish. I mean, what I love about the film as well, I mean, it's one of these stories that's stranger than fiction, but there's a thread of tragedy. There's obviously the political unrest that's in the backdrop, but ultimately it's incredibly uplifting. So what do you hope people will go out the cinema thinking about or feeling?
Well, exactly that. It's uplifting. You go out with a sense of feeling good about yourself and feeling good about how you react to your fellow man, whatever. And like you say, it is based on fact. I think the only made-up thing is Steve's character. Steve's character he's made him a little more cynical. Then you can see where the journey that his character goes on. Because if he started off as the good guy who loves penguins, he ain't got much of a story, But he's on a learning curve, as they say.
And you've done so many amazing things. Worked with probably all the best directors and actors out there. What have you got coming up next, and how do you pick your roles?
I pick my roles all kinds of reasons. Travel, money, the other people that I want to work with. Yeah, this one I've never done a penguin movie before. Why not? So some of the things you don't know they're going to be that good an experience, like Slow Horses. I had no idea what to expect, but that's proved to be one of the best things I've been involved in ever. So you trust your instincts sometimes.
Any itches left to scratch? Anything on the bucket list you haven't done yet? Something you'd love to work with, a genre you haven't tried?
Penguin film was high up there, and I can tick that off. I won't say there's nothing left to achieve or do. But, you know, I've done so many different things. Anyway, I'll just keep doing different things.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. It was so nice to meet you. Really enjoyed tonight. Thank you. Congrats on the film.